In the small village of Willow Brook, there lived a young man named Henry. Henry was known as the village fool, with rumors spreading about his inability to hold a job, lack of friends, and absence of a girlfriend. His life seemed to be upside down, where each day felt like a struggle to survive in a society that constantly ridiculed him. Henry woke up one morning to the echoes of laughter coming from the villagers outside his window. He could hear their cruel words as they passed by his small house. "Look at him," one would say. "He'll never amount to anything," another would add with a chuckle. The laughter and remarks were like daggers, piercing through Henry's fragile heart. He felt a pang of loneliness as he realized that no one wanted to be associated with him. No one wanted to hire him for a job. No one wanted to be friends with him, and no girl wanted to be his girlfriend. The weight of these thoughts bore down on him a heavy burden, and he felt a deep sense of despair creeping into his soul. As the days passed, Henry's mental state deteriorated further. One fateful day, sitting alone in his small room, he started contemplating ending his own life, believing that his existence was meaningless and worthless. "Why am I even here?" he whispered to himself. "No one needs me. No one cares if I am alive or dead." Memories of the villagers' mocking laughter echoed in his mind, each one cutting deeper into his fragile sense of self-worth. He thought about how every door he knocked on for work was shut in his face, and how every attempt to make friends ended in rejection. Maybe, he thought, the world would be better off without me, as he made his way to the edge of a towering cliff that overlooked the valley. With tears streaming down his face, he stood on the edge of a cliff, ready to take the leap into the unknown. But just as he was about to jump, a loud commotion erupted in the village. Henry turned around to see smoke billowing from the direction of the mayor's house, and chaos had erupted in the streets. The mayor's house is on fire. Without a second thought, Henry rushed towards the source of the chaos, his heart pounding with a newfound sense of purpose. When he arrived at the scene, he saw the villagers in a state of panic as a raging fire engulfed the mayor's house. Without hesitation, Henry sprang into action. He dashed into the inferno, his instincts driving him forward. The heat was suffocating, the smoke thick and choking, but he pressed on, searching for anyone who might be trapped. Using his quick thinking and resourcefulness, he found the mayor's young daughter cowering in a corner, tears streaming down her soot-streaked face. "It's okay," Henry said, his voice steady despite the fear clawing at him. "I've got you." He wrapped her in his arms and carried her out, shielding her from the flames with his own body. With sheer determination and courage, he managed to rescue everyone, including the mayor's wife and dog, from the inferno, risking his own life in the process. By the time the fire was extinguished, Henry was covered in burns and soot, his body trembling with exhaustion, but he had saved every soul trapped inside. As the heat collapsed on the ground, villagers gathered around him, their eyes wide with awe and admiration. The mayor approached Henry, shaking his hand and thanking him for his heroic effort. "You saved my family, Henry. You are a hero." The villagers cheered for him as the mayor proclaimed Henry as the village's very own hero, a title that had seemed like an impossible dream just a few days ago. Henry felt a surge of pride swell within him. He had proven his worth not just to himself but to the entire village. The same people who had once shunned him now looked at him with newfound respect and gratitude. From that day on, Henry's life took a dramatic turn for the better. Job offers flooded in from all corners of the village, with everyone eager to employ the young man with a heart of gold. Henry found himself surrounded by newfound friends who admired his bravery and selflessness in the face of danger. And to top it all off, Sarah, a kind-hearted, young, beautiful woman who had always seen beyond the rumors, confessed her love for him. Her voice trembling with emotion as she told him, "You've always been brave, Henry. You just didn't see it." Henry's transformation from village fool to village hero was nothing short of miraculous. The people now looked up to him with admiration and respect. He had found his purpose in life, his reason for being. And he realized that sometimes it takes a moment of crisis to bring out the true hero that lies within each of us. Despite all the changes, Henry never forgot the moment he had stood on the edge of the cliff, ready to give up. One evening, Henry returned to that very spot. The sun dipped low on the horizon, casting a warm golden glow over the valley. Sarah stood beside him, her hand in his. Henry gazed out at the view, his heart swelling with gratitude. "I almost didn't make it here," he said quietly. Sarah squeezed his hand. "But you did, and you've shown everyone, especially yourself, the incredible person you are." As they stood together, the village of Willow Brook spread out below. Henry knew his life had truly begun. He was no longer defined by the ridicule of others, but by the strength and courage he had found within himself. The villagers had found their hero, but more importantly, Henry had found himself.